Right now on Up with KREM, masks are becoming a part of the student handbook for some colleges.
Hot and smoky weather sticks around, temperatures up near 100 degrees in the days to come, and unfortunately that comes with more wildfire smoke across the region. I've got the forecast.
Location compensation. Tech workers facing salary cuts while living in cheaper cities.
I would have no idea why they would drop a couch off like that, except they didn't want to go to the dump.
A local VA thrift store is throwing away money after spending thousands of dollars a month on dump runs.
Up with KREM starts right now.
Oh wow, take a live look outside here. It is very hazy. You might notice this morning a little bit smokier outside than when you went to bed.
That's right. Now here in the inland northwest, the air quality is unhealthy. Well, good morning and welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
Glad to have you here with us. I'm Tim Pham. It is Friday Eve and we are feeling good today.
Yes.
We're going to check in with meteorologist Jeremy Legoo in just a moment. He's going to be talking about smoke, but first we do want to get to one of our top stories. Some remote staff at Google could see a pay cut. According to Reuters, the tech giant is experimenting with reducing pay for employees who opt to work from home permanently.
So this morning we're asking you, would you take a pay cut in order to work from home anywhere in the country? You can vote in our live Twitter poll right now. If you vote yes, text us where you would want to live at 509-448-2000. We'll take a look at your comments later in the show. If you could work from anywhere, Tim, where would it be?
Put me on a beach in Hawaii.
Absolutely. I'm going on a beach somewhere where I can just chill, have my laptop, just make sure the Wi-Fi is strong. We're good.
We can anchor from Hawaii, right? No, I'm kidding. We would never do that.
Just kidding.
Jeremy, what about you? Where would you want to work from home from?
Probably like the woods somewhere.
Of course.
I would just be out in the woods,
Jeremy.
just hanging out, enjoying it. No, but seriously, I like that idea because, you know, right now we've been talking so much about people who are making those tech salaries, but moving to places like the inland Northwest. And they just have so much more money that we just can't compete when it comes to buying homes or renting apartments.
Leave your money in that state. I won't name states, but
yeah. I mean, like, I have friends from that state who currently live in that state and currently work tech jobs in that state that are very that state. And they pay $3,500 a month in rent, because that's what it's done to there.
Right.
And so like when you're making $3,500 a month in rent money and then you move to a place where that's not the case, you get a little discrepancy.
Not just rent though, but obviously home buying too. You know, we're competing against salaries, so.
Crazy.
All right,
well,
there's our tangent.
You know, one of the things that we do have to deal with here I'll put my coffee down and stand up here. We talked a little bit about the wildfire smoke around the region, and we've got quite a bit. If you're up on the South Hill or you are anywhere in town, you can look around and see that smoke in the sky. Out to the east, I can actually just see a layer of smoke. It is thick, it is nasty, and you can see it around there, and we are all breathing it. Unhealthy as our air quality currently sits at a 161 on the AQI. Does start to improve later today. We wind up unhealthy for some. Tomorrow, likely a bit better across the region, but still, ugh. All right, here we go. Temperatures in the 70s mostly this morning. 73 in Spokane, 71 in Moses Lake, 85 in Wenatchee. You're at 62 in Coeur d'Alene and 55 there in Sandpoint. We are going to see a bit of wind later on today, not really picking it up. Yesterday we saw a little. I think what we wind up getting is a little bit of a breeze, especially in north central Washington. Okanagan Valley, you are looking at some gusty wind and a red flag warning from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. But the rest of us, it's all about the heat and stagnant air. For that reason, we have that wildfire concern and air quality concern as temperatures soar to near 100 degrees again today. They're going to do that again tomorrow as well with not a cloud in the sky. It's actually just smoke. Temperatures up near 100. I think we would actually hit 100 today if it weren't for some of this smoke. That's what's going to kind of hinder us warming up. But we still will be warm, and it's going to be hot. And while that heat sticks around coming up in the full forecast, I've got a day you're really going to like.
Now here in Washington, masks will be required at K-12 public schools, and now some universities in the inland Northwest are following suit. Across the state line, University of Idaho will require masks indoors at the university, whether or not you're vaccinated.
Yeah, so this requirement will be reviewed every 3 weeks and then communicated to students and staff. The school isn't requiring COVID tests this year before students return to campus. School starts again on August 23rd.
Whitworth University here in Spokane will also be requiring masks for everyone in indoor settings of 8 or more people. Whitworth is also requiring that their students get the vaccine before coming back to class this fall.
At 6:04, let's get to your morning rush. More news in less time.
Now we know that a discarded joint started a house fire in Pullman, displacing several students and even destroying 2 houses. Investigators say that the fire was started accidentally by embers from a joint smoked by 2 visitors. They were able to determine strong winds ignited the embers, which spread rapidly to the house. One firefighter was injured, but no one else was during this incident.
The former Spokane police officer accused of raping 2 women pleaded not guilty in his second rape case. Last week, former officer Nathan Nash was arrested and booked on 2 felony charges. The court commissioner set his bond at $50,000. He says similarities between the new rape case and Nash's first rape case show he could pose a risk to the community. Nash posted bond and was released from jail, and he remains out on custody.
Seattle-based Alaska Airlines says it's considering a vaccine mandate for its workers. Now, this would not happen until a vaccine gets full FDA approval. However, the airline has 20,000 employees.
Well, now's your chance to be a part of the Seattle Kraken games. The team is looking for ice crew shovelers and skaters, along with promotion team members. So people interested in applying to be an ice crew shoveler or skater should be strong skaters and comfortable doing so in front of a crowd. You'll be needed once a week for practice and for most Kraken home games. Promo team members will also be needed at most home games. Applicants must be at least 18 years old. That's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKrem on social media. Well, donating items to charity might give you that good feeling, but not everything is good enough to resell. So a local veterans thrift store is shoveling out thousands of dollars a month in landfill runs. Nicole Hernandez joining us now live from that store to explain how this is affecting their business. And gosh, this has got to be very frustrating for them, Nicole.
Yeah, Tim, frustrating for sure. You can really hear it in the owner's voice when he talks about this. Now, it looks like here at the Veterans Thrift Store this morning, there's not as much junk as there was when we were last here. That looks like they were able to make one of those landfill runs that we were just talking about. But take a look at this video here. You can see just how much real just trash was on their property just back on Monday. So the owner, Kevin Oxley, says they've been getting a lot more of this junk recently. Back when they first opened 5 years ago, Oxley said people were donating decent stuff. But now he says 25 to 30% of what's getting donated he can't sell. He thinks that's because most other thrift stores in our area stopped taking donations during COVID, but Oxley didn't. He stayed open. Last month, Oxley spent almost $5,000 just to haul away the trash people tried to donate. That makes running his business hard because he also lets veterans shop for free here. Now, he does have a partnership with an organization that will take overflow clothes and shoes, donating them to other countries, but Oxley says that's not enough.
With all the new people that know about us, which is great because we serve more veterans and we serve the public better, but we're also getting a lot of the donations that people just would normally throw away. They use me for a dump.
All right, so take a look here. You can see this dumpster behind me is actually the one that they fill up with the junk that they have. You can see compared to me just how tall this thing is, how long it goes. They're filling this thing up twice a week per store. This is just one of their stores. They have another one closer to Joe Albee as well, next to the VA. So that is $700 every time they have to take one of these to the dump. You can imagine how much that's adding up. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Reports of the Biden administration sending people door to door to enforce vaccinations. We're verifying in just a bit. And kids are getting ready to go back to school, and many parents are having to prepare for the unknown as Delta variant cases rise. One of the questions many have is, will the vaccine be mandated for students at some point?
And of course, we got to talk about ongoing air quality issues. Right now we sit at 161 on the AQI. That means it is unhealthy for everyone to be outside breathing this air. And even as temperatures climb throughout the day, it's likely we remain unhealthy for sensitive groups. That's those with asthma, heart disease, lung disease, any sort of respiratory issue. So keep that in mind. And then as we move into the day on Friday, it's likely we remain there as well. as the smoke kind of sticks around. We catch a bit of a break later on this afternoon, but still remaining in that unhealthy for sensitive groups realm. And then that smoke moves out and then right back in during the day on Friday. Unfortunately, it's going to be hot and smoky the next few days.